Alright, so today we're doing a drivetrain and engine oil change on a 2022 Grand Wagoneer with a 6.4 liter. Engine oil, it's going to take Amsoil 0W40 Signature Series, 7 quarts, with an EA 15K50 oil filter. The Signature Series Amsoil is rated for 25,000 miles or 1 year. That's under normal use. Because I tow with this Wagoneer quite a bit, that's going to fall under severe use, which on the Signature Series is still good for up to 15,000 miles or 1 year. And conveniently, this only takes the 15K filter by Amsoil, which is only good for 15,000. 99% efficient at 20 microns. Transfer case, 2 quarts of Amsoil's Multi-Vehicle ATF. Now, this is really important to note that under Amsoil's lookup guide, when you put in the Grand Wagoneer or the Wagoneer, it does not show this product as being specifically applicable to this vehicle. Now, with that said, if you look here, under the Mopar, I'll point it out here, right here, right below BMW, that Mopar number there, 6804995-4AA. That is the Mopar product code for the OEM fluid that goes in the transfer case on the Grand Wagoneer transfer case. So, it doesn't say specifically in the lookup guide, but it does say that this product meets or exceeds, which obviously it exceeds being a high-end Amsoil, the top-of-the-line product. It meets or exceeds that OEM spec. So this is perfectly fine, by my opinion, to use in a transfer case. This is what I use. For the front differential, you're going to use 1 whole quart plus a little bit of an extra one, because it takes 2.3 pints. And all you're going to do for that, it's a 8mm in both holes. You undo your drain, put it back in once it's all drained out, and then your fill hole is right there, and you just fill that until it starts dripping out the fill hole, and then you're full. Same way with the rear. The rear is going to take 1.5 quarts, so 3 pints. So this 3 is all you're going to need for the front and rear. 3 quarts for front and rear diff, 2 quarts ATF for the transfer case, 7 quarts and a filter for the engine oil change. If you have any questions, put it in the comments, and I'll try to answer them best I can as far as what products go to each application. But we've already got the engine oil drained out and the plug back in, and we're going to torque it to, let's see, 25 foot-pounds on the oil drain bolt. And I'm actually probably going to do 25 foot-pounds on all of the fill and drain bolts for the rear diff and front diff as well, and for the transfer case. Transfer case drain and refill procedure, it's going to be the same thing as the front differentials. Super easy. All you do is stick a 3/8 drive ratchet in here, undo the drain it all out, put the drain plug back in, and then you just fill it in the fill port until it starts coming out, and you're all done. And those, I'll probably do the same thing, 25 foot-pounds. It doesn't have to be super crazy tight. 25 is more than enough for drain and fill plugs, especially on this application here. Give you a look at the rear diff. The rear diff is a little hard, so the drain bolt's easy to get off. The fill, I actually finagled an extension through this hole here. I shoved it up in there this way, and then stuck the ratchet up in here and used the extension through that hole right here to get this open. And again, these are 8mm Allen for the drain and fill bolts for the rear diff. Oh, really important to note, I almost forgot. So the rear diff on the Grand Wagoneer with the tow package has the electronic limited slip, and it does note in the bulletin that you need to add some limited slip additive. So Amsoil has that as well. If you're using OEM fluid, get the Mopar slip lock or whatever their additive is, because it needs an extra little bit of help. And you don't ever want to add this stuff unless it specifically says to, because this stuff already has a necessary amount of additive in there, unless it's something like this application where it needs the extra. So that's all you're gonna need. You're gonna need a 8mm Allen with a ratchet, 3H ratchet. 3H ratchet drive will also get transfer case done. If you're ever interested in doing transmission, it's not too bad. I did mine at 60,000 miles here, which is, I just did it like a week ago. You're gonna want to undo the transmission mount bolts and raise the transmission up a little bit, give you a little more clearance. Undo all those bolts. The transmission filter is built into this pan. You got to replace the whole pan. It sucks, $300, but is what it is. It was a pretty simple job. You just that's kind of a pain to get that. I used a flat screwdriver to undo that little drain hole. Not completely necessary. You just got to undo the pan. You're just kind of a mess and spill everywhere. Your fill port is right there on the side. That procedure is pretty easy. So if you're a pretty decent do-it-yourselfer person, you can do all of these driveline maintenances yourself. There's nothing crazy in the procedures that you need to take it to the shop for. So that's it. I'm not going to bore you with actually showing you how to do it, because it's pretty simple. I told you. I mean, engine oil change, if you're having YouTube how to do an engine oil change specifically for this vehicle, you don't need to. It's drain the plug, replace the filter, put the new filter on, fill it with new engine oil. Differentials, drain, and then you fill it until it starts coming out. That's it. Same thing on transfer case. So that's all there is to it. Let me know if you guys have any questions, and stay tuned for the next one. Oh, and drop a comment too if there's anything specific about the Grand Wagoneer that you'd like me to cover. Any features, any things you're worried about if you're looking to buy one, common complaints. I love mine. It's not been exactly 100% perfect, but there's never been any issue where it's made me be like, oh man, I regret buying this, or I wouldn't buy this again. I love this vehicle. So let me know if you guys have any questions like that, and I'll answer them best I can.